Aham nijaha paroveti ganana lagu chetasam udara charitanam tu vasudaiva kutumbakam. Says, to see these as mine, those as different, are the ways of the narrow-minded. But for the broad-minded, they consider everyone as one's own, as one family, their own family. They see the world as one family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And it is exactly based on this principle of one world, one family that the Prashanthi Balamandira Trust operates across all these verticals of health, education, nutrition, where love trickles down as service. Today, our presentation would be the world's largest totally free of charge hospital. Well, if you go by the visual and imagine this is coming up in the US, no. It is coming up in a place called Satyasai Grama, Muddenahalli, which is 45 minutes from the Bangalore International Airport. The world's largest totally free of charge hospital. This could potentially be the largest listing on the social stock exchange program. And as you know, there are close to about 33 lakh NGOs in the country today, and only 75 or so have been registered with the social stock exchange. So that in itself talks about the kind of rigorous process that is there, that goes into giving authenticity, lending credibility to the organizations that are registered on the social stock exchange. Well, while the National Stock Exchange is about, say, one can say survival of the fittest, the Social Stock Exchange initiative may be called as something to do for the survival of the weakest, where everyone can come together and do something, where the returns of investment are something infinite. It cannot be in terms of finance, it cannot be in terms of what we have got in return financially, but by fulfillment, purpose, and the enrichment it does to one when one serves the other. The Prashanthi Balamandira Trust was one of the first NGOs to get registered on the 26th of February 2024. This is just a quick snapshot of the service initiatives that have been undertaken by the Trust. I will just let the numbers soak into you. These are some pictures where the Honorable Prime Minister of India came to inaugurate the world's first totally free of charge hospital. Once again, which was inaugurated in the year 2023, March of 2023, by our Honorable Prime Minister of the country, Shri Narendra Modi ji. And this one is where we had the Honorable President come and bless the audience. The country would address this. 65% of India's population resides in rural communities, rural areas, and they hardly have access to a fraction of the country's healthcare professionals and healthcare infrastructure as well. Is this so? While the World Health Organization mandates one doctor for every 1,000 patients, why is it that in India there is still so dearth of this that there is only one doctor for 22,000 people in rural India? Why is that so? Notice, he thought about this and felt that because medical education is so commercialized, if anyone has to pass through this program of graduation and post-graduation, they would have spent a fortune on becoming a doctor. So obviously they would look at that their own profession as a means of return on investment rather than an expression of gratitude towards society, which is how ideally a doctor or a healthcare professional is supposed to be. So he thought that if we start a totally free of charge medical college, where there is no admission fee, there is no entrance fee, there is no laboratory fee, there is no examination fee, there is no tuition fee, there is no hostel fee also, or food fee, totally free of charge. If education is not sold, but if it is gifted, then what will the impact be on the beneficiary? Without any financial burden, they will be ready with gratitude in their hearts to serve the country, to reach the unreached and serve the unserved. With gratitude, he started this to address the healthcare gap, where these doctors will be there, having a medical college also associated with the medical college, the hospital associated with medical college, which has again no billing counter in it. So if any of you have not yet to visit a hospital without a billing counter, please, you are welcome to Satya Sai Grama. Please come there and visit this. I'll personally be there. Combination of two words: response and ability. The ability to respond to a situation. So that was the spiritual leadership of Sadhguru Sri Malsun Sai when he got to his notice that there is a severe shortage of healthcare professionals in rural India. He thought that let us create that by opening this world's first totally free of charge medical college. Just to give you a number, 1.5 lakh OBG experts, obstetrics and gynecology doctors. But we hardly have about 60,000 of them. And those who take the OBG profession, most of them are in gynecology and not in obstetrics. Where will rural India pay for them? Naturally, there is a huge health deficit in that area. So capacity building for healthcare professionals becomes a pressing need to be addressed. How it is today. Earlier they used to say, you need to know somebody in a police station, you need to know some lawyer, you need to have an auditor in your family. But today it is very important to have a person known to you in a hospital, because God for commerce and healthcare are linked to each other. And today it has become of the people, for the majority. They have to buy it, and it is far away from their affordability point of view. So the idea is to bring it back, to bring the democracy back into healthcare and health education. So that's the idea of why